Ever been out here pondering what you want to cook and you want to buy one of them really expensive cuts of meat like a filet and you don't want to mess it up? You're in luck, folks. I got you covered. The perfect way to cook it. Come on, the fire is hot. Hey, my name's Kent Rollins, and thank y'all for stopping by the backyard today. It is a beautiful day. It is a little breezy. We got the furry creature on today. We do a whole lot of grilling and everything else, and we don't want y'all to miss out on any recipes or any videos that we do. So be sure that you hit that subscribe button and you don't miss out. Now, as always, the printable recipe and anything that we use in this video will be listed below. So without any further ado, let's get after this, because it is a good one today. Look at here, 8 ounces of certified Angus beef filet. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And I want you to take them out about 30 minutes ahead of time because they need to come to room temperature. A lot of folks be buying these. They do be a little bit pricey, but they are well worth it. And a lot of folks have a little trouble grilling these things because they get them sort of burnt on the outside edges and then they really cold in the middle, what we would call a black and blue. Well, I've got a foolproof method here that's going to save you time, and you're going to have these come out so perfect. You'll be calling me over to come and eat. So before we even get started on these 2 beautiful little fillets, we got to have a side dish to go with it. And this is magic, folks. It's what you call hocus and pocus, and make sure Shan got the camera in focus. It is a yellow onion, a Vidalia of what I would call pretty big size. And you seen me a little earlier mix up this sauce that goes with it, which is some Worcestershire, some brown sugar, chili powder, smoked paprika, and some garlic clove that's minced up well. Stir it up really good. It needs to be done about 30 to 45 minutes ahead of time so it can sit there and all them flavors can marry up together. So let's get this onion started. We have got our grill over there cleaned, hot, and ready to go. So we got him peeled. Remember, leave that in on there. It is very important. Now I want you to take a knife and I just want you to start right here and slice about 3/4 of the way down. Then just come right over here next to him. Do the same thing. Just keep coming around. And there you go. Now, you don't want to just pull him, just break him apart, but just give him a little boost so he'll know what's going on when he gets in there on that fire. He has to cook longer than that filet, so let's put the onion on first and I'll explain to you what's going on over here on the grill. So, as you can see in here, we got the coals over here on this side. This side is what I would call empty. It's the cool side of the deal. We're going to take him, put him cut side down over here on the cool side. I gotta have me a little bit of smoke to get around there to get on that onion. So what? 2 pieces of old mesquite wood we do. Shut the lid. We got this one just barely cracked and this one just barely cracked. Hoping we can get some of that smoke to roll around there and love on that onion. Y'all seen the quality control down there is under the table in the shade. Now when you go to look one, and they'll come in different sizes, 6 and 8 are probably the most popular size. But you can see it's got a little marbling in there. As it warmed up, this has tried to disappear. But they're both pretty close to the same size, which is important in this little method because we're cooking sort of on a time schedule. Every time you cook one of these, they are not meant to be cooked past medium rare because you're just wasting your money if you cook them any longer than that. Now on the filet, and y'all have heard me say it so many times, we put a little lime juice on all this other. Not on these babies. You don't need them. These things are tender. I mean, they more tender than Charmin toilet paper, and that is tender stuff, I'll tell you for sure. Any of you want to guess what's in this sack? You in the back. No, it is not broccoli. You over there? No, not Brussels sprouts. This is one of the most famous creations ever known to mankind. Comes from down there in New Mexico way. What is it? A hatch green chili that has been roasted. Let's cut the stem ends off of them and then just slit them right down the middle. Take them little seeds, give them a rake out of there. Now we got them split, so let's divide him because we need him divided. Now all we got to do is put one right there on that side, one right there on that side, same on this little feller. Now them look pretty good just like that, don't they? but they ain't going to be staying on there. They need some help. And who wouldn't want to help besides the hog that come trotting by, and he's going to give us what? Some thick cut peppered bacon. He's going to lay right there on top of them chilies. Make sure that you pull him around here. Give him a little tug, because we don't want nobody to run off. Get you a toothpick and pin him. We cooking with mesquite, so we're going to use the original today. Give him a little pat right there on top. I like to make sure that bacon has just a tad on it also. Roll him over here. Give him a little rub. You say you don't have none of this? Oh my gosh. Shan will have you a link right up there or something. It'll pop up on the screen like magic. You can order you some. Now y'all have seen me season many 1,000 pounds of beef. You have. And I would tell you, put the lime juice on it, put the seasoning on it, let it set 4 hours. Not these little fillets, folks. It don't need that. I like to let them set about 4, 5, 10 minutes just to let everything soak in there good. But these babies is ready to go over here to some love. So let me carry this right over here. Y'all follow me and let's go to the grill. Remember that poor old Vidalia onion that's over here all by itself? We better check on him. Been here about 8 minutes it has. Let's go ahead. You can see we're beginning to get a little softening. Now at this time, I like to pull him over here, take your hand and give him just another gentle tug, and you can see he's sort of getting a little more tender, wanting to fall apart. Now we're going to leave him right there on this side. This over here on the indirect side has been greased, ready to go. First fillet contestant, he is there. Hear that there sizzle? We still got some of that good mesquite smoke that is going around. Shut that lid. We don't want to lose none of that flavor. And we're going for how much? 4.5 minutes long we are. So let's start the Waterbury. This done got something going on. I don't even know what it is. What is that deal?
It's a compass. So you know what direction you're cooking your steaks at. You got it?
Uh-uh.
So you just hit it.
Yeah, but I can't read that very good. So we ain't gonna mess with it, we ain't gonna look at it, we ain't gonna do nothing, we're just gonna talk to the big. Big, we're about 14 minutes out, buddy, before we get to eat something. You gonna make it? Yeah, you're a good. It's been about 4.5 minutes, and I want you to know I got the fire let all the way down. So I'm just gonna barely peek in here, and whew, I can tell that that smoke is getting over here and making things good. So we're gonna turn him over. At this time, folks, I want you to pull on that onion just a little bit more. I'll let you take a look at the bottom side. Whew, ain't he getting pretty? We're going to rotate him right there, and we're going to put him on the go. Shut the lid. 4.5 more it is. Well, that other 4.5 minutes has passed as the beagle lay there resting. Let's go ahead. Guess what we're going to do? Turn him over, put him over here on the hot side. I don't want to let much of that out. We're going to go about 3 minutes each one. At this time, they trade places. The onion come back over here. Give him a little more pulling. And he don't want to cooperate and bloom the whole way. So we're going to just have to get in here. And that onion is hot, folks. I'm just telling you. About 3 minutes. So we've been on 3. What happens? Lid goes up. Turn him over. Look at that good caramelization and color we got on there. We're going for about 3 this time on this one. Guess what? The onion actually does get turned over right there to get some of that heat to come up through there.
On direct?
Yes. We ain't got to worry about shutting the lid this time because we're just going about 2.5 to 3. Then we're going to let it rest while the onion is basting a little here in that secret sauce I told you about. And we are going to be eating fine dining today. So we've been on about that 2.5 minutes. They got to rest, folks, for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. We're going to shut the lid on them right there. Turn our little onion over. Look how pretty that rascal is. Get him all spread across there. Don't be using all of this to baste because we got to save some. You'll be wanting to dip that onion in it. Now it's got a little kick to it, but I like mine that way. So that brown sugar is going to help it caramelize and stick a little better. So just make sure everybody has some of it. You may have to pull these little blooms apart to get some down on the inside of every one of them, but make sure everybody gets some because it is a critical part of this situation. Now folks, I ain't much on presentation, but I'll tell you right now for sure, I'd eat that. I want to give it a little basting right here before we get carried plumb away. I'd say this thing was right because it is bloomed just perfect. Now, I want to tell you, due to unforbiddable circumstances, these don't chew well, so make sure you take them toothpicks out. But folks, I just like to take this one and just cut him down through here. This is what I'm after. Look at that. That is the way a filet is supposed to be. If you cook one any longer than this, don't tell me, okay? Because I don't want to know. Green chili and onion and everything on it.
You got the church bells in the background too.
Folks, how many beagles y'all know get a filet? He does. How many you got for me? Woo! Man, he says this is what's happening.
Serious.
The green chili, the bacon. I mean, I love a filet by itself, folks, but this kicks it up about 47 notches on the ladder. You plumb to the Empire State Building with this. So tender, so juicy, but you get that flavor you get from that green chili in there. And the Red River Ranch seasoning, it never masks the taste of beef. It enhances the taste. So if you want to do this in the house, we have the perfect recipe for you in a piece of cast iron. The perfect filet. Shannon will have you a little link up there where you can go to it if you don't want to light the grill. But let's get on to the onion. Now, I like to slice him just like that right there and see that there juice that is left in there. And that onion, when you cook them, naturally caramelizes and getting sweeter. But that sauce, this takes me back to my Las Vegas days when I was one of them table dancers. I mean, whoa. I was getting it here and getting it there. Might even show my skirt a little. We hope you enjoyed the little episode today. We really do. As always, I want to say one thing. Tip my hat to all the veterans, service men and women for keeping that flag flying over wherever we at, but also for keeping it flying above this nation. You folks that are deployed over there overseas, or you're away from family members or away from home, we haven't forgot you. We never will, just as our viewers that watch this channel. You're in our hearts and our prayers, and we thank you so much for what each one of you is doing. Now, I want to say thank you too for all y'all that reached out to me and Shannon the Big when we had the bad weather here in Oklahoma. Thank you for the prayers. We are safe and sound. We are good. But there are a lot of folks that got affected by some bad weather in the last 10 days and 2 weeks. So put them on your prayers and pray for them states that have been affected. As always, everything you need to know will be listed down there below. And me and Shannon thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking time to watch our videos. We don't take it for granted. Me and the Bigs going inside, having us a little green chili bacon wrap filet with some blooming onion and special sauce. So see y'all down the trail. God bless you each and every one. Thank you.